welcome to a review by Peace Og. Today I'm reviewing the Charley Davidson series by Darynda Jones. This is an adult series and there are 4 books so far in it, and the 5th one is out in July. And this series is about Charley Davidson, who is a Grim Reaper, so she can communicate with the dead, with ghosts, and then when they want to cross over to the other side they pass through her. So it's kind of her job to, help them cross over, and she's also like a private investigator, so she investigates crimes, not only to do with ghosts, but to do with living people as well. So she's very busy, and she has a kind of like a good group of characters to support her, so like including family and friends, and she's a very kind of witty, sarcastic, I'm not say sarcastic person, but she's funny, and she always has this kind of jokey kind of front on her, and it's like nothing can affect her. I thought she was a great protagonist, brilliant actually, and I loved this series. I read it, the 4 books, in the space of about 4 days, maybe less, and I went through them really quickly, and then the minute it was finished I literally just said to myself no, because I was so gone mad that it was finished and I have to wait until July for the next one. That's terrible. I'm like, how have I missed out on this series for so long? Like, it's so good, and I definitely recommend this series. It's just written so well, and like from the very beginning it's just so funny and exciting, and the plots are really good. There's like for a minute you might be a bit confused because there's so much going on, but the author puts so much into it. Like, she doesn't, like, there's not just one mystery to solve in the book. There's about 4 or 5 different things going on at the same time, ready to be solved, and Charley does a great job. And yeah, she's just a really good protagonist, really likeable. And at the beginning of each chapter there's like, usually I never read, there's like little quotes at the beginning of chapters and things. I never really read them, I always go past them. But but in this series they're so short and sweet, and they're so funny, and they're like bumper stickers or things written on t-shirts, and you would laugh out loud at some of them. I love all the secondary characters in it. They're just so good. Like, she has an uncle, and she has this kind of like police kind of bounty hunter type friend, and she has like a ghost who helps her, and then there's like a love interest that's really kind of mysterious and interesting, and it's definitely a great series to check out. The romance in it, like, sometimes you're left frustrated by it, well I was anyway, and then other times it's just like brilliant and you just want to read more and more. That's my spoiler free review. I don't want to mention too much, but I just have to say it's really good, and like, yes, it's funny and humorous and that's all on the surface, but underneath all that there are some like more serious issues. Like, don't just think it's just like this light-hearted series. It's not. There's a lot of tension and like serious things going on too, and like, Charley is just, her powers, like, she's so special and she doesn't even realise it, and that's what makes her so likeable too. It's kind of like, like Kate Daniels' character, like, they're so powerful but it's like nothing to them. They don't throw it in people's faces, they don't even like realise it themselves. It's just, that's the way they are and they just accept it, and yeah, so definitely let me know what you think anyway if you check it out. Okay, so now I'm going to do a spoiler review, and if you haven't read this series before, I suggest you switch off now. Okay, so I'll first talk about the romance in it. So it's between Charley and Ray. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce his name. First I thought it was pronounced Reese, R-E-Y-E-S, and then something that happened later and I thought maybe it was called Reyes or Reyes. Someone please let me know how you pronounce his name. At the beginning I didn't really like the fact that she was having these like erotic dreams. I was like, oh, this is like a really cheap kind of romance thing, isn't it? But then the more you read, the more like you delve deeper, and it means a bit more than just like this kind of cheap plot by the author to throw in some sexy scenes. It's actually, it means something, and you learn more and more about him. It gets more and more interesting, and then I figured out he was actually, Death, the guy watching over her whole life, just added more kind of meaning to their relationship. And then when he, revealed the whole twist at the end and the big past, and how she was born on Earth, and then he wanted to be born as well, just so he could grow up with her, and it was just so like, epic romantic gesture on his part, and he just kind of lived for her. And I think in the second book he says, or maybe in the third, like she's his reason for breathing, and he'd do anything to protect her. But and he's like the son of Satan, which is another big deal. You know, he keeps revealing more and more, and ultimately he wants to be good, and he doesn't want the demons to get into heaven. So if they got a hold of her, which she is the portal to heaven, he said he would have to kill her, even though he, you know, doesn't. That's the last thing he wants to do, but he feels like he has to. So you have all this romanticism and this epic kind of love story between the two of them, and it's so lovely. And then the thing that frustrated me was that I just wish he treated her better at times, like particularly, you know, as she was trying to find his body in the second book, and in the third book he treated her, I thought, terribly, and like, you know, he kept threatening her and holding her hostage, putting knives to her throat, and you know, he would like he would say he was only doing it for some other reason, like he wasn't really going to hurt her, but still, like, I just felt bad for her. And like, there was constant trust issues between the two of them. He would get angry so easily, and obviously she should be angry because he kind of used her as bait to find his father, and so there was anger on both sides. And I know they're such like a complex, interesting couple, and it's kind of good they're not like a straightforward man and woman in love, and you know, you can predict where it's going to go. They're so complicated, and no wonder, like, he's a son of Satan, she's like this big portal to heaven. And but at times I would have liked to see them act like a normal loving couple, and we got a glimpse of that in the fourth one. So I did love the fourth one, where they finally kind of got together a bit more, and they kind of had like a couple of pages of normalcy, which was really nice. And then obviously he found the picture and got mad on it. But at the end of the fourth book, he moved into that big apartment. I kind of guessed he would be, or maybe her dad was the one behind getting that apartment restored and maybe giving it to her, but Granny's moving in there. And I read the description to the fifth book, and it sounds promising in that she wants him to protect her sister because something's going on with men killing women, and he says he will if she, I can't remember the exact words, but if she gives her to him, mind, body and soul, or something like that. So obviously he wants to be with her. I'm kind of waiting for the I love you declarations, but maybe we don't need that, because she said many times she's in love with him, and the way he goes about everything, like he was born on the earth to be with her, so you guess he loved her. But we'll see where that relationship goes. Garrett, when I first read the first book, and we meet Garrett before we meet Reyes, and I loved him. I thought he was great, and I could see the potential in their relationship, and so I was kind of like conflicted then, like, oh, who would I really want her to get with? And I love the Reyes and Charley relationship. It's one of my favourite relationships now. But Garrett, he is really sweet. I wish Charley was a bit nicer to him. He does so much for her, and I'm really glad he didn't die. Like, was it the third book? I was waiting on tenterhook to see who was going to die, and it was him. It was really sad, but I'm really glad he lived. And the dog ended up being her guardian. The biker gang were a pleasant surprise in Donovan. I thought he was great. Who knows what will happen there, but she's kind of set on the road to Reyes now. I love Uncle Bob. I think he's great, and I felt so sad her relationship with her dad suffered. I can understand why she was angry with her dad, though. He didn't go about things really well. It's kind of strange how she healed his cancer. That was a nice surprise to see how special Charley really is, and like, I think it was her uncle who asked her was she an angel, and I think she needs to realise a bit more how special she is. I love Angel, the ghost angel. He's just so funny and like cute, and he's kind of he's loyal to her at the end of the day, which is really sweet to read about. Cookie, I normally don't really like girlfriends of the protagonists in books, but they have a really nice kind of banter between each other, and the conversations can be really funny. But I know she's just gonna, I keep waiting for the day that she's gonna get like attacked or killed or something and drag Charley down into depression, so I just hope that doesn't happen. What other characters is there? I feel sorry for Charley with her evil kind of stepmother. I feel so bad for her with her childhood. Oh yes, another thing I loved about the series when I first read the first book, because I absolutely loved everything about it, was that Charley had a background, a history. And it's really nice when you read a book, and the first book in a series, usually, and like nothing really happens to the character until the series. But with Charley, you get all this interesting backstory and all this stuff that happened with her as a child. I love all that. I love when she has the character has relationships with people before the series starts, and you get to learn about them. And so for the next book anyway, I just hope there's more development with the Charley's relationship with Reese, whatever. I want more development there, because I feel like for the last couple of books they've been just kind of back and forth, kind of repetitive. But I am really looking forward to July now just for that book. And let me know what you think of it, and thank you very much for watching.